How long did it take you to do then?
About 45 minutes. We should have to cut the wood. 8x4 sheets. Cut them. Kept it 8. Kept it straight 8x2s. Hardwood. And I've got those 2B, I think it's 3B2s or something like that, 2B1s. And I make the dogs, they make the legs. So.
Built very well then.
Yeah, and just to make a bit of safety, I put I've got some small shelf brackets, and I've anchored it to the floor and to that so it won't move. Rest this on and then screw down to that so it's solid. And I've got to do all this yet. I've got to fill in all those now later. Now I've built the sheds. I've got to finish off.
How are you going to do that?
I've got some hardboard I'll cut to shape and size and then just screw them straight in. I'll keep the birds out, otherwise they've been there shitting everywhere. And as you know, I've done all the drafted screwed up there, the infills for the corrugated panel.
That's made of polystyrene?
Yeah.
Foam or some sort?
It's foam.
Yeah.
It just stops the birds getting in there, otherwise they've been there shitting and everything.
Nearly the end of July, and it's been such a busy month. It's been a week since our last video about odd jobs, and there's been more of our jobs been done, so let's go and have a look. He's now got his spanners nice and organised. Now that he's got plenty of space for this. New toolbox. Well, not new, but newly here.
Yeah. We're just mooching around it now. Right. As for the hose here, it's going to go on here.
So there's a tap now here. This has only been put here today.
This is for the 16 amp outside power, which will come off the generator,
right,
running the washing machine. Outside tap here will run off and fill up the trailer water things, rather than having the direct line going to it. I'll fill up water tanks, is just as easy. Put in the water tank. Power supply, which comes off the 16 amp, which goes to a 12 volt pump that runs off a battery and charger. And then the water will come from the tank to the pump. It's a pressure pump, so when the tap's on, the pump will run, and when the tap's off, the pump will stop. The same with the washing machine. That will pump off. The wastewater will go into recycling. So that's all done. All I've got to do is connect all the pipes tomorrow. And hope it doesn't fucking leak.
I'm
not a fucking plumber.
All of your parts are new though, aren't they?
It's all brand new stuff, yeah. It's all brand new parts, but obviously you tighten them up, but you can't over tighten a lot. They really want to go on overtime, so I think I would say they nip up and seal. They have got rubber washers, but they just nip up and seal. You don't over tighten anything when it comes to plastic. So hopefully when I put the water in here tomorrow, I'm only going to put a couple 100 litres in. I think that's all I've got in that trailer. No, I've got about 300 litres here, so I'll transfer that over tomorrow and we'll see if the washing machine works. Like a tap fitting, but I think it'd be a tap fitting there. But it'd be easier for me to use my big transfer pump.
Right.
That transfers 30.
To put it in here?
Yeah, I'll put the pipe in here and it'll just fill this up. I mean, that transfers 40 gallons a minute, so you know, there. And this thing ain't, this thing's a really powerful pump. If you're going to do this, make sure you get a really good pump. There's no point in buying a cheap one. That's a Jayco's. You look at the side, you can see where the make it is.
Jabsco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're marine and sort of like what we got in a trailer type pump. Obviously brass fitting, so it's not going. It'll last a lot longer. It should outlive us, that fucking thing. That's the battery charger for the special battery, which is a lithium. 12.8 volts, 280 amp hours, which is plenty enough to run that pump. And when the pump's not running, the charger on there will charge the battery, so they shouldn't have any problems with that for the next lifetime. Right, now I've just got to drill a hole. Just sealing the hole round there. I'll do the same outside. Yeah, that's come out nicely onto the floor. So I think I'll get an inch fitting for there, or something to make that, so I can put the pipe straight onto there, be easier. Don't know if they do one.
A bit easier than sticking a mallet to the end of it and dropping it in.
Yeah, that holds that in place. See, unused a nozzle from a filler can. Just cut the ends off and make it a spacer. Might come in handy with something else. Alright, get a battery. Should be self-priming. Oh yeah.
I was right.
Yeah, silly bollocks.
I was right all along.
Yeah, silly
Look,
bollocks.
we were waiting for the water to come out into the empty tank, and I asked him, "Is it going in the right direction?"
I didn't look.
The pump was in the wrong direction.
Because I'm a cunt. Ah, good thinking, Batman.
You lost your walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Right, take two. That's better. I can see it through, coming through the pipe. I can see it through, coming through the pipe. Where is it? I came inside because it's way too warm out there. What time is it now? It's 11 AM now. And it is hot. It's one of those hot days in summer. And he can't get the water pumped down. I don't know what the problem is. Most likely air in it somewhere, hole in it or something. Most likely. He's going to do something with super glue now. Fingers crossed it'll be fixed by the next hour. Because if not, I have to go into town, go to the laundrette. I don't mind, it's just, it was daunting because it's a mile walk from the car park, and it's not even in town, it's out of town, so it's a mile from the car park, hot day, heavy things, and back again with heavy things, and hot car. And I was really daunted by that. And then I thought, oh, I'll just take the bike. It would look a bit naff, it would look like full side bags, full back bag, whatever underneath, the conditioner and all that underneath the seat, but what was putting me off was there's a sign outside saying you can't park right outside, even though there's I can't see any reason, they're not blocking anything. It's a hot day, it's a motorbike, I'm just going to do it, if it comes to it. Okay. What are they going to do? Send me a parking fine for a motorbike? So I was a bit getting, in the sunshine, I was getting a bit hot and bothered there. But then I remembered, no one's going to say anything if I park a bike outside.
Plenty of female ones. Lucky I've got another male one. I've got some more male ones, must be in the other cupboards. But now I can put that on there because that one's got 2 females on. Obviously it's an extension, which you shouldn't do actually, because the live should never be the end. That's live. The live should always be the female, which has got a cover on it so you can't.
Oh yeah, it came in handy. That was the part of the shower caddy that wouldn't fit on.
Yeah, waste not, want not.
Because the holes were not drilled in properly in the factory. So we used one of the trays and the other one in here.
Trays, a pair of big wire cutters. Can you get that for me? Giving us a bit of a charge. See the old MacGyver's work then.
Is that what I think it is? Is that the petrol?
That's a petrol can spout I cut in half. I've got plenty of them, but it got me out of the shit.
Oh.
Oh well. Oh well, we're getting most of it out. Yeah, I'm not really losing that much. I can seal that up actually. I'll do that all properly, but it's just to get this out now.
Some of it is moving.
It's going in alright.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's going to go.
Plenty left.
So we'll see what that will use.
We'll get about at least 300.
Well, I'll fill that up tomorrow. Then I'll fill that tank up. Then I'll go back and fill that up so we've always got it in reserve.
Yeah. So it's so good to see that we've got a water supply now for the washing machine. That's half the battle. And the next half is finding out what happens when we turn the washing machine on. Is it going to go?
I found a bit of a leak there. So I'll turn that off. Another little bit of a leak there. That's okay, that connection. That connection's okay. So it's these brass ones. What I'll do is I'll take my part and put some sealer on there, and that will seal them up.
Right, the washing machine is now on, and there's water going in. Yay! New water!
Oh, it's working.
We're just both sat here watching it, aren't we? Which is, it's amazing. Yeah, this is the wastewater coming out of the washing machine, so that's a good sign. Obligatory tea break. Well, I did help. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Hang them up by the pallets.
He thought I asked, where's the mop? I said to him last time, he said, make sure the mop is drying in the sun because it's such a hot day. Just let the mop dry out in the sunshine. And he thought that's what I was asking about. That is the correct answer.
Which will go on into the pump. The washing machine will go on that one. I might need to get a 1/2 inch reducer for this side that will seal, so that's a proper sealing system. That will do work for the pump and coming off of the hose pipe. Then I need to get a hard pipe and thing from the hose pipe coming down to here, and then from the pump feed from the rear of the pump to the tank. That might be a bit more difficult because plastic, but I'm sure there's something I can do to do that. I'll have to think about it.
And about the hose pipes you've currently got now, the yellow garden hose pipes.
That's just to keep the water circulating through the pump to keep it cool.
But you're going to replace them with proper house pipes, aren't you?
Yeah, well that hose pipe is actually the feed for here, which I'll fill this tank up on.
Oh, right. Well, so
but
it's useful then.
Only the hose pipe inside the shed to the tap, I'll replace with a copper pipe.
Yeah,
proper pipe.
Proper pipe.
And that way it should hold when the water's turned off.
It's not me.
It should be holding enough pressure to top the pump. I think the pump won't stop now because of the little leak, so obviously there's no pressure going like that sort of effect like to stop it, so you're getting a
it's running
a very slightly leak, so the pump will still go.
If
for
too long.
If the leaks weren't there,
overruns.
It would stop.
And
There'd be
overheats.
pressure enough to stop it.
Yeah. So it needs the valve working properly. It needs the right pressure in it.
And from the tank to the pump. The tank to the pump's working fine. Right, there's no leaks. I'm only getting leaks through the pressure from the pump to the outside tap and obviously to the washing machine. If I put that in here for the washing machine, that will tighten up, so that will stop any leaks. Then I need to get 2 of these kiddies. One to go on this side. This isn't the right one for here because if I screw that up, see, it's loose. So I need to get one that's going to fit in there properly, and then one for the tap. And that way you push a hose pipe right over, and these little things here will seal it. But then I put a Jubilee clip on there to double seal it, and that will stop the leaks.
So there's nothing actually wrong with the yellow garden hose pipes themselves?
No, it's just that it's the compressed fittings.
Fixings.
Yeah, the compressed fittings aren't strong enough for the pump.
Yeah.
So you need something like this where it is a tight seal.
And you're going to get that from a plumbing shop?
I'm going to go to the plumber's tomorrow and get all that. So that's that job done. And I'll fill up the belly tanks in a minute. But I'll get the right fittings for that tight pressure pump. Now, the other pump I got, the low pressure pump, which I did the original transfer, my backup pump, that would be fine because it's only doing about 15 litres a minute, so it's not a lot of pressure.
No.
But then when you get that big boy on there, I didn't think about that, but it's I fucking head spot,
Well,
fucking
it's a-
scrambled eggs sometimes.
Yeah, we got so much to think about.
See? And that's purely the pressure of this pump. If you look at the power of this pump, it's pumping 32 litres per minute. Filling up well.
There's big tanks under here.
Two big tanks under there.
There's that white rectangular thing is a tank, and there's another. He's using the new outdoor tap, which is being fed from that big tank you saw inside, the big white tank, which is being pumped. You know whether it's full of, when it's full, it's got overflow on it, and this happens. This is completely normal. It just means is that the tank's full, so the excess is coming out.